Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us at the MarketSite studio in Times Square, New York City, we have Leah Wald. She's a co-founder of Valkyrie Funds. We're going to take a look at the opportunities within the digital asset space as well as why she thinks that it is ripe for M&A. It is great to see you as always. Welcome to MarketSite. It's great to have you here in person. Let's talk about your thoughts on the macro environment in general.
Yeah, and Jill, thank you so much for having me. We're very concerned about the macro environment with the consistent CPI prints, generally speaking, with the sell-offs in traditional finance. Obviously, with crypto being a risk asset, we're concerned about that correlation, which has historically always been the case. So again, we're looking at all the indicators, but our research team and our trading team is definitely cautious right now, and we're putting those defensive strategies into play.
Yeah, I mean, we saw that print yesterday, and I mean, the market just essentially flushed out from there. Do you think with the Fed committed to its strategy, do you think that is the right strategy to take at this point?
I think we're watching very closely and definitely hedging accordingly. So I guess we'll see at the next meeting how everything comes out.
Right. Whether we get that 75 basis points, 100 basis points is now on the cards now.
Right.
What was your takeaway from SALT and the Digital Asset Summit?
Yeah, it was very interesting this year. I'd say, unfortunately, I'm a bit pessimistic, actually. It was a little more empty than other conferences that I've been to. I think that funding is getting tighter for the cryptocurrency space. Fortunately, there definitely is still funds that are raising a lot of capital, that have a mandate and an investment thesis for our space. So hopefully we'll see that pick up. What was interesting to me, though, was that a lot of institutional investors and allocators were showing up. So on the one hand, perhaps there wasn't as many participants, but on the other hand, I think we had a lot of high quality, very interested investors that are newer to the space.
Yeah, I mean, quality over quantity for sure in this space, and we'll get to that in a moment with M&A, but where are you seeing the opportunities right now?
There's a lot of opportunities. We're definitely looking in the mining space, very specifically within the crypto industry. We think that miners are exceedingly oversold. We think that there's value opportunities, and that's definitely something that we're focusing on.
And let's talk about M&A for a moment, because when you do go through these bear markets, and of course this isn't our first rodeo with a bear market in crypto, that kind of shakes out the outliers and it gives you the opportunity for M&A. Where do you think it's going to be hot?
Again, going back to mining, I think that that's the easiest example of seeing consolidation and M&A opportunities. A lot of Bitcoin miners were selling Bitcoin on their balance sheet in order to have this dry cash during this opportunity. The hardware of it, the ASICs specifically is how we call it in the industry, they're very cheap right now. So there's a big opportunity again for miners that have that cash sitting on the sidelines to be able to expand their operations. So specifically on the M&A side, I think we're going to see a lot of activity within that mining space.
Let's talk about Valkyrie Funds for a moment here. You're ringing the opening bell at the Nasdaq MarketSite tomorrow, Thursday, September 15th. What are we celebrating? What's new? What's going on with the fund?
Super exciting. Obviously my first bell ringing, so it's going to be amazing. And post-COVID, in person, so thank you. We're celebrating our ETF suite. So we have 3 ETFs. We have 2 equities based. We have the Bitcoin futures ETF. We were second to market with that. We have another ETF, which is miners with a specific green lens on it. Actually, almost 84% of the portfolio is renewable energy for those miners. And then a third, which is companies that hold Bitcoin on the balance sheet or are invested in the space in a meaningful way. So we got the suite now.
Awesome. Look forward to celebrating with you, Leah. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks, and thanks for joining me. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.